So it simplifies your options. Instead of starting with a blank sheet, you already come with something which is more than a rough draft.
Now the latest record, how big is the time span that you've worked on it?
Okay, well we were supposed to start in December 2009. We did have our live sound man, who also used to be, or someone who used to be our live sound man, who also used to be Gearhead sound man, and was actually for many years both Tuxedo Moons and Minimal Compact's sound man, got stolen away by Goggle Bordello on their
just a few minutes.
On their Infinite World Tour, and disappeared when we were supposed to be recording in his studio. So it was kind of a disaster actually, but I started looking for studios in London, and we ended up going to a studio in February 2010 called Resident. We did 4 days there, during which everybody learned the songs. I mean, Graham brought a couple of pieces which kind of were basically bass, guitar and vocal. And we just, as we had done in a rehearsal room, like in the 70s, kind of just learn the song. But instead of taking it out on the road and playing it, we record it straight away, and then use the process of the endless kind of editing production to kind of make the record. But the basic arrangement was there right from in those first 4 days.
But do you sometimes get lost in all the possibilities now with all the digital tools? And
no, because actually this is a very good way of focusing it. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is the piece. Drums go like this, guitars go like this, bass line goes like this, vocal goes like this. You know exactly how everything goes. First, you have to try and get first of all the best out of that, and then look for what things to add. So it simplifies your options. Instead of starting with a blank sheet, you already come with something which is more than a rough draft. So you have something there. It's a huge aid to do it that way. But it's way easier. But it still takes me long, because for me the writing process is pretty quick, but the actual kind of going through the production is pretty slow.
Okay.
It'll take me a day to do a vocal.
But is it something you enjoyed, the whole production part? As well?
I think basically we did another kind of couple of days in early June in another studio in London, which is where a couple of tracks which weren't quite working we worked on, and that was Red Bark Trees and Down to This really came out of that. It was the drummer of Stereo Labs studio, so the organs are all Stereo Labs organs. Not that it makes that much different, but and actually the initial recordings in Resident was with an engineer we'd never met before, just the production just went through the summer basically, you know, through spring and summer, and I just kind of worked and worked, delivered it second week of September. The plan was always to release it first available Monday in January. That was, it's been a fantasy of mine to release an album at the beginning of the year like that, because it's really hard work. It was a lot of things that were much harder because of it, but you get still a certain march on everybody else because not so many people are releasing that point.